Hello, I'm Dr. Rocky Wallace from the School of Education here at Campbellsville. I serve on the Health and Wellness team, and we decided as a team this year to provide monthly updates on best practices in taking care of ourselves as we continue to move through this pandemic of 2020. So just a couple of quick tips that would be good for all of us as we continue to navigate in uncharted waters here at the end of 2020 and most likely at least partly into 2021 as we move forward. There's three main health tips that we were taught as children, and especially during the shutdown of the CV-19. These are important. And the big three are eating right, sleeping right, and exercising right. Sounds easy, but when we're indoors a lot more and when we're working long hours inside and not able to get out as much due to safety precautions, it's real easy to get out of our normal sleep routines, staying up later, not taking care of ourselves with the rest we need. Very easy to eat more carelessly because we're not going out to restaurants to eat. We're mainly eating indoors and largely going through drive-throughs. So it's easy to have worse eating habits than we usually have. And then it's easy to not get out and exercise. We're certainly not going to go to the gym as much and maybe other social places, but walks around our own property, trails, going to the park and walking in private areas, many, many other ways of exercise. Certainly we can still do that during the pandemic, and certainly very important. A fourth area is to really focus on taking care of our stressors. So de-stressors include a variety of ways that we can make sure that we're not letting the pandemic get us down, from paying attention to our hobbies and not giving them up, to contacting family and making sure we keep our social life going, even though it's going to be long distance, most likely, most of the time, and not as much face to face. And lastly, thinking about the holidays, being very, very careful not to over socialize with others during the holidays. This might be the year that we stay home and don't go to the big 30-person get together at Thanksgiving or Christmas. Or maybe like my family is doing, we choose different days to go visit mom and dad or mama and papa, so that there's not large groups gathered at one time, bringing in all kinds of germs here in the late fall and early winter, and maybe bringing in the CV-19 and not knowing it. So I hope this has been helpful to you as we all remind ourselves, just because our lifestyle has changed with what we normally do with work and play and our lives with others. We don't have to neglect ourselves. Very important that we realize we'll be coming out of this probably fairly soon, and our physical, mental, and emotional, and our faith habits, all of that continues to be such a major part of our lives, and we need to be strong in those areas. And speaking of faith, the main thing we can do is to keep our prayer life going, our scripture reading and other devotionals going, and walk each day that God's given us with his call on our lives. So, representing the Health and Wellness Committee, thank you and have a good Thanksgiving and Christmas season. Bye-bye.